Have you ever noticed that as you get older, certain things just don't seem as sharp as they used to be? Maybe you walk into a room and forget why you went in there, or you can't remember the name of a friend you've known for years. We all go through moments like these, but did you know that staying mentally sharp as we age is something that we can actively work on every day? It's true. The idea that memory loss or mental decline is an inevitable part of aging is a misconception. Yes, our brains change over time, but that doesn't mean we're destined to lose our sharpness. In fact, there are simple, everyday habits you can start right now that can help keep your brain active, healthy, and sharp well into your 70s and beyond. Whether you're looking to boost your memory, focus better, or just feel more energized, the small steps we take every day can make a world of difference. In this video, I'll be sharing with you 6 daily habits that can help you keep your brain sharp and vibrant after 70. These are easy-to-follow practices that require just a little time and consistency. But trust me, the payoff will be worth it. Let's dive right in and start with the first habit that can work wonders for your brain. The first habit you need to adopt is physical activity. Now, I know you've probably heard this advice before, but hear me out. Exercise is not just for keeping your body strong, it's equally important for your brain. You see, when you exercise, your heart pumps more oxygen-rich blood to your brain. This helps to nourish the cells in your brain, improving both short-term and long-term brain function. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights to benefit. Even a simple daily walk can have a profound effect. Studies have shown that just 30 minutes of brisk walking a day can improve memory, mood, and cognitive function. It can even help reduce the risk of diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. And here's something you might not know: physical activity can also help improve sleep, which is another critical factor in brain health. When you sleep better, your brain has a chance to clear out toxins and refresh itself, so you wake up feeling more alert and focused. Now, if walking isn't your thing, don't worry. There are other activities that can provide similar benefits. Swimming, cycling, or even dancing, whatever feels good to you. The key is finding something you enjoy so that you're more likely to stick with it. And remember, you don't have to push yourself to the limit every day. The goal is consistency, not intensity. Even if it's just a short walk around the block, it's a step in the right direction for both your body and your brain. The second habit that can make a huge difference is mental exercise. Just like your body needs exercise to stay strong, your brain needs exercise to stay sharp. And no, I'm not talking about memorizing phone numbers or doing crossword puzzles, though those can be fun. Mental exercise means actively engaging in activities that challenge your brain and push it to work in new ways. One great way to keep your brain active is to learn something new. You don't need to take up a completely new hobby or subject, just try something that requires focus and concentration. Maybe it's learning a new language, picking up a musical instrument, or even mastering a new recipe. The important thing is that you're using your brain in a different way than you're used to, which encourages the growth of new brain cells and strengthens the connections between them. If learning something entirely new seems a bit daunting, don't worry, there are simpler ways to engage your brain, too. Reading is a fantastic way to stimulate your mind, and you don't have to read dense, academic books to get the benefits. Even reading novels, magazines, or articles on subjects that interest you can help keep your brain engaged. You can also try activities like puzzles, card games, or even strategy-based games like chess. These activities might seem like simple pastimes, but they're actually working wonders for your brain by boosting problem-solving skills, memory, and concentration. So, whether it's learning something new or simply engaging in a favorite activity that challenges your mind, make sure to carve out a little time each day to exercise your brain. And trust me, the more you practice, the sharper you'll feel. Now that we've talked about physical and mental exercise, let's move on to the third habit that can help keep your brain sharp: eating brain-boosting foods. You've probably heard the saying, you are what you eat, and when it comes to brain health, that couldn't be more true. What you put in your body directly affects how your brain functions. The good news is that there are plenty of delicious foods out there that can give your brain the nutrients it needs to stay sharp. Foods rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, and essential vitamins can help protect your brain cells from damage and support healthy brain function. For example, foods like berries, especially blueberries, are packed with antioxidants that help reduce inflammation in the brain. Nuts, especially walnuts, are high in omega-3 fatty acids, which are crucial for brain health. And don't forget about leafy greens like spinach and kale. These are rich in vitamins and minerals that support cognitive function. But brain-boosting foods aren't limited to just fruits and vegetables. Fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which have been shown to promote brain health and improve memory. You can also boost your brain health with whole grains, such as brown rice or oats, which help provide a steady supply of glucose to your brain. And let's not overlook the power of dark chocolate, in moderation, of course. It contains flavonoids, caffeine, and antioxidants that can improve focus and mood. So, the next time you sit down for a meal, think about how you can nourish your brain. A healthy, balanced diet is one of the best ways to ensure your brain stays sharp and alert. Now that we've covered physical activity, mental exercise, and brain-boosting foods, you might be feeling inspired to take action. But don't rush off just yet. There are still a few more habits to explore that can make a real difference. Now that we've covered the importance of physical activity, mental exercise, and nourishing your brain with healthy foods, let's talk about something that many of us overlook but is absolutely essential when it comes to maintaining a sharp mind: quality sleep. I know it's easy to think that sleep is just something we need to get through the day, but it's so much more than that, especially as we age. You've probably noticed how your energy levels can drop as you get older, and that sleep just doesn't seem to come as easily as it once did. But here's the thing: sleep is when your brain does a lot of its maintenance work. When we sleep, our brains consolidate memories, clear out toxins, and prepare for the day ahead. Without quality sleep, all the brain-boosting activities you're doing during the day won't have the full impact they could. The key to improving your sleep is creating a routine. Going to bed at the same time every night and waking up at the same time every morning helps regulate your body's internal clock. This can make it easier for you to fall asleep and wake up feeling rested. But beyond timing, it's also important to create a sleep-friendly environment. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid screens like your phone, tablet, or TV right before bed, because the blue light emitted from these devices can interfere with your body's production of melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep. If you're struggling with sleep, try winding down with calming activities like reading a book, taking a warm bath, or doing some gentle stretching. And remember, consistency is key. It might take some time to get into the groove of a new sleep routine, but once you do, you'll likely start noticing improvements in your focus, memory, and overall brain function. Moving on to the fifth habit: managing stress. We all experience stress from time to time, but chronic stress can be incredibly damaging to your brain. When we're stressed, our body releases hormones like cortisol, which in high levels can actually shrink the hippocampus, the part of your brain that's responsible for memory and learning. This can lead to forgetfulness, difficulty concentrating, and even depression. So, how can we manage stress effectively? The first step is recognizing when you're stressed and taking action to calm down. There are many ways to manage stress, and it's about finding what works best for you. Meditation is one popular method. Just a few minutes of mindful breathing each day can help reduce the effects of stress and improve your overall mental clarity. Another way to manage stress is through deep breathing exercises. These exercises help activate the body's relaxation response, reducing tension and lowering stress levels. If you prefer a more active approach to stress relief, consider yoga or Tai Chi. These activities combine gentle movement with deep breathing, which has been shown to lower stress levels while improving flexibility and balance. Of course, you can also manage stress through simple, enjoyable activities that make you happy, like spending time with loved ones, enjoying a hobby, or even taking a walk in nature. The goal is to find ways to relax and recharge so that stress doesn't take a toll on your brain health. And let's not forget the importance of social connections when it comes to stress management. Spending time with friends, family, or engaging in social activities can significantly reduce stress and improve your overall well-being. Having a strong support network is not just good for your emotional health, it's also crucial for your cognitive health. Now, the last habit we'll discuss today is keeping your brain socially engaged. As we get older, it can be easy to retreat into our own spaces, especially when life slows down. But maintaining strong social connections is essential for keeping your brain active and sharp. Engaging in social activities helps stimulate the brain, improve mood, and reduce the risk of cognitive decline. So, what does this look like in practice? It could mean joining a community group or club, volunteering, or simply making an effort to stay in touch with friends and family. The goal is to be active in your social life, whether it's in person, over the phone, or online. Social interaction challenges your brain to think quickly, remember details, and engage in meaningful conversations, all of which keep your brain working at its best. And don't underestimate the power of new connections. Meeting new people and engaging in different types of social interactions can actually provide additional mental stimulation. It doesn't matter if you're making a new friend at a local class or chatting with someone at the grocery store, each interaction is an opportunity for your brain to stay sharp. So, how can you start incorporating this habit into your daily routine? Perhaps start by reaching out to a friend you haven't spoken to in a while, or signing up for a class that interests you. Even just 1 or 2 meaningful social interactions each week can have a lasting impact on your mental clarity and emotional well-being. Now, we've covered 5 important habits that will help keep your brain sharp and healthy. As we approach the final habit, I want to remind you that maintaining a sharp mind after 70 isn't about making drastic changes or doing something that feels impossible. It's about incorporating small, manageable habits into your daily routine that collectively have a huge impact over time. And with that in mind, the final habit I want to talk about is setting meaningful goals. It might sound simple, but having a purpose or a goal to work toward each day is incredibly powerful for your brain. When you have something to strive for, it gives your brain a reason to stay engaged, motivated, and sharp. Goals don't have to be big, life-changing ambitions. They can be as simple as learning a new skill, reading a certain number of pages each week, or even mastering a new recipe. The important thing is that these goals give you something to look forward to and work toward, helping you stay mentally active and fulfilled. Setting meaningful goals also provides a sense of accomplishment. When you reach a goal, no matter how small it might seem, it boosts your self-esteem and gives you a feeling of satisfaction. This feeling of achievement can help combat feelings of isolation or boredom, which can sometimes lead to mental stagnation. By constantly setting and working toward new goals, you're keeping your brain challenged and engaged. So, how can you start setting meaningful goals today? A good place to start is by thinking about what excites you or what you've always wanted to do. Maybe it's learning a new language, writing a memoir, or even volunteering at a local charity. Set small, realistic steps for yourself to work toward these goals, and celebrate each milestone you reach along the way. It's not just about the destination, it's about enjoying the process and continuing to grow. Now that we've covered all 6 habits: physical activity, mental exercise, eating brain-boosting foods, quality sleep, stress management, and setting meaningful goals, let's quickly recap the key takeaways. First, remember that keeping your brain sharp is not a one-time effort. It's about consistently making choices every day that support your brain health. Whether it's taking a walk in the morning, learning something new, eating foods that nourish your brain, or engaging with others socially, every little action you take matters. I also want to leave you with this thought: it's never too late to start. You don't have to wait for some perfect moment to begin incorporating these habits into your life. Each day is a fresh opportunity to make a change and set yourself up for a healthier, sharper mind. The habits I've shared with you today are simple, effective, and accessible, and with consistency, you'll start noticing the positive effects in no time. So, I encourage you to start small. Pick 1 or 2 of these habits to begin with and gradually work your way toward incorporating all 6. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. The goal is to make these habits a natural part of your daily routine, and over time, they will become second nature. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these habits. Maybe you've already been practicing some of them, or perhaps you're thinking about trying a few new ones. Share your experiences in the comments below, and let me know how you keep your brain sharp. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe for more tips on staying healthy and happy as we age. Here's to living your best life at any age. Remember, your brain is an incredible organ, and with a little care and attention, it can remain sharp, vibrant, and ready for anything. Thank you for watching, and take care of yourselves.